Hello, everyone. Back to the action, shall we? Let's see. My goodness, just look at this all. It's a pity, really, that the humans don't trust any yokai on principle. Because otherwise, man, they would just... Ooh, pressured claws. Huh. Are they better than Gundir's claws? If so, I'll put him on in a heartbeat, but otherwise... Alright, let's check those out real quick then, shall we? Pressure claws. Claws whose blades are formed from high-pressure jets of water. Ooh, can slice cleanly through even diamonds. Fascinating. It's just a pure attack buff and more health. Not that good anywhere else, but sure. Why not? We'll go with the pressure claws. More damage, more health. That's always good. It'd be cool though if we could see the actual, animation of basically, like, heck, I wouldn't even mind, like, just that cruddy type of animation that basically, it's going, that basically just has, like, a silly little water effect around it. That'd be interesting. Boy. There we go. I'm guessing when it's yellow, it probably means I did a critical hit. There we go. Alright. Seriously. I always wonder where, when things like this are created in, like, fantasy settings and stuff, I always wonder, where do they get the materials? Let alone the energy source. I mean, if it weren't for the fact that basically we know that nuclear fusion is a possible thing in Gensokyo, I would question even some of these lightings and stuff, but yeah. Oh, yeah. One funny little thing, though, is that basically, the outside world in Gensokyo time period, our world, technically, it's still not in a period where basically, even, basically, the Berlin Wall is a thing, but basically, the science of nuclear fusion is still so far behind that it's still considered more of a theory than an actual, an actual thing. Finally reached the end. I'm gonna laugh if basically the boss is like right behind there and I split this video up for nothing. Ah, well, whatever. It's probably for the best. No regrets. I feel so sorry that I'm just, like, completely wrecking their faces. Alright. Unfortunately, Ramilia can't, well, even though she's European, well, I can't even say she can't read English because she's European. Oddly enough. Oh boy. Man, this place really does have a whole Legacy of Kain feel. As well as, like, a touch of Halo. I mean, Halo and maybe even Mass Effect. I mean, come on. Like, tell me this doesn't look like some kind of Forerunner or Prothean place. I mean, it definitely has the feel for it. Huh. Is it me or did the music just die? What did they use up their soundtrack budget? Sorry. But it's just, the music's dead. It's like, usually when that happens, that's usually not a good thing. I mean, either one of two things is happening. Either we're reaching the climactic stage and they want to build drama by basically removing the music, or they literally ran out of money to pay for music, and so that's it. The rest of the game is now mute with just atmospheric sound effects. I really hope it's the former than the latter. Is this Yokai Mountain? I had no idea you could get here directly from the lake. Hold, intruder. By all the same, bravo for making it this far. Sorry, but all the same. Your timing couldn't have... No, that doesn't sound right. Sorry, I'm just trying to pick a good name. I mean, she is the nemesis. Okay. Alright, let's go with this one. Your timing couldn't have been better, because we've just put the finishing touches on the perfected Hiso Tensoko. I'm gonna go with that. Well, I mean, in my humble opinion, the last one was perfect too. The last one blew up because of so-called technical difficulties. How do you call that perfect? But this time, we've spared no expense on quality assurance and safety testing. Psst, look who's talking. You crashed it every time we took it for a test run. Then the newspapers started to pick up on it, and everyone ended up terrified of some mysterious monster. You do know that, right? Well, it's hard to balance it, you know? It doesn't even have any legs. Which would mean that it would have better balance, actually, because it's being held up evenly by propulsion system, and propulsion system... Yeah, I mean, like... I don't know, it can go either way. Naturally, it'll take a lot more research before we can manage Naturally, it'll take a lot more research before we can manage machines capable of true bipedal locomotion. Besides, wasn't it you who brushed it off like, oh, legs are just for decoration? Okay, sure, I might have said that, but that was just moxie. I kinda needed legs to use it on land. I mean, I kinda need legs to use it on land. I hate to butt in on such a delightful conversation, but I'd say it's far from perfect. I mean, come on. Safety testing my ass. Even crashing it into my house wouldn't have been Sorry. Even crashing it into my house wouldn't have wrecked it quite that badly. That was clearly an act of willful destruction. Huh? What are you talking about? Feigning ignorance, huh? Well, even if you confess now, it's not like I'd let you go off easy. Nitori! Okie dokie. Just don't screw it up this time, okay? Don't you worry. I'm practically a master pilot at this point. Famous last words. Oh, Hiso Tensoku Mark II activate! Our systems are go! Okay, so we're facing a giant robot. Whoa. Bullet time. And hey, the music's back. Seriously, how do I hit you? Oh, okay, like that. Okay, I'm gonna use something a little more... Let's see. Where is it? Alright, we'll use that, and we'll use... that. Alright. When am I gonna hit it? Woo! Man, that's kind of cool. Hey, that counts! Ooh! A drill, too! Okay, that's awesome. Oh, awesome, and it can fly. Well, I mean, obviously it can fly, but... Okay, this is really cool, actually. Ow. Health, please. It's a pity, though, that basically it's really not that hard. I mean, as you can see, I just... You know what? Given that, where is it? There we go. Let's, Oh my goodness! Alright, losers. It's time to repent and beg for mercy. I'm sorry. To test the optical camouflage, I activated this thing in the lake. And yeah, I may have had a mild collision with Scarlet Devil Mansion. Mild? You totally obliterated it, chick. If that was mild, I'd hate to see what a full-on crash would look like. I know what ended up happening, but I'm not the one who destroyed your house. Honest. Now, take it easy on her, will you? She's not lying. I can guarantee that. Yikes. So, it's you. Suki! Sukiya! I'm the one who destroyed Scarlet Devil Mansion. What? So it was you after all. Actually, I kind of suspected that. You're being surprisingly calm about this. I thought you'd fly off the handle at me. Something didn't feel right. One of the newspapers had a picture showing the monster's footprints. But the robot I just thrashed doesn't even have feet. Whoopsie! I just wanted to add a little grits to the rumor mill, but it looks like it totally backfired. But didn't you say you weren't the culprit when we met at the newspaper office? What happened to Onis Never Lie? Oh, I didn't. I just said I wasn't the Crimson Miss. I never denied anything else in those articles. You've got to be kidding me. Anyway, playtime's over for you. But I already played with you, remember? You looked so bored back then. Don't get me wrong. It's fun when I'm the one messing around with people, but I hate when they mess with me. I'm gonna make you regret destroying my house while I was gone. Let's make this interesting then. I'm gonna go all out this time, so brace yourself for my full power. Woo! Whoa! Yep, that's right. Onis can get bigger. So... Okay, I'm gonna need a different skill set for her. I was wondering why that boss was like, just... It was too easy. No, not that one. I want, there we go. But yeah, Onins in basically in myths and stuff. Basically, the reason why they don't lie is because they're known as the they're usually portrayed as basically working in hell, serving as the yep, and they have insane strength, like the strength to basically destroy mountains if they wanted to. But basically the thing about Onins is that since they basically normally work in hell as basically, they work in hell as essentially the jailers and basically the people who help you repent by essentially, man, she has a lot of... I'm so glad that they decided to make her the end boss, just because she's actually quite fun, as you can just see. I mean, she has so many interesting abilities, and it's like, look at that! That is so cute! Well, here we go. But basically, they, since they serve as basically, the jailers and stuff, and, they essentially make sure that that the people repent. It would just basically show a bad it would be a poor... Wow, she has like... Oh, yeah, that's right, she can make copies of herself! Because Oni magic is just, yeah, Oni magic is quite potent, actually. But, oh, wow, that counts as a hit! Who knew? But yeah, the thing about, that's essentially the reason, though. It just basically, it's a bad, it is basically, it basically portrays, what's the word? Like, it basically sets a bad example if the people who are supposed to serve as your, jailers, as well as the people who ensure that you're repenting, basically lie themselves. They're supposed to basically be the epitome of, honesty and justice. How do you like that? I got my butt kicked! Could you at least try to look a little more defeated then? No, seriously, I'm tapping out. You've gotten a lot stronger since the last time we fought. You mean it's actually over? Really, truly over? Look around! You beat up that robot you thought was the monster, and you beat me up for leveling your house. So, poof! There's no more monsters to strike fear into the populace. Besides, this whole thing's already run its course. What do you mean? I'm sure that Tengu already has the presses rolling, printing up a flurry of papers with a headline like Monster Mashed! So even back then, you were already talking with her about this, were you? How calculating can one person be? Especially her, of all people. I mean, look at her. She's literally carrying a sake bottle, so that means she's drunk off her ass all the time. Not really. Not everything went as planned, but I got what I wanted in the end. The summer festival everyone put on hold indefinitely is going to happen now for sure! A summer festival? My goal was good old summer fun. I didn't want the festival to be cancelled because of those monster rumors, you know. I was really looking forward to it, but since I ended up playing the villain this time, I guess that's a no-go, huh? Well, I suppose I can still enjoy it as long as I just stay out of sight. I'm kind of amazed you'd go that far just for some festival. You should go have a good time with all the... you should go have a good time with all your friends from Scarlet Devil Mansion. A summer festival, huh? Sakuya? Sakuya, over here? At least try to get lost, okay? I mean, look at her. She's having a grand old time. She's eating. She's eating shrimp kebabs and basically playing games. Like, Well, I don't know what game that one is specifically. I think that's actually supposed to be like some kind of yo-yo, or maybe. I don't know. Don't you start treating me like a child! Oh ho! Sakuya, let's go check out that stall next! And to think she'd looked so bored earlier this week. That still looks like it's got some prime festival food, too! Miss Mei-Ling, if you wander off that far, you'll get lost for sure! And by the way, you sure do eat a lot. I haven't been able to eat the last few days. Guess it didn't hit me until now that I was totally starving. Makes sense. In that case, let's meet in the square later, shall we? Those two never seem to change much, do they? Too much, do they? Well, it is a festival. It would be rude not to enjoy ourselves, wouldn't it? I can't help but wonder if Sukiya is somewhere around here. It galls me a little that she managed to stay 3 steps ahead of us from beginning to end. Still, it wasn't a bad way to kill some time, I have to admit. I'm glad to see you enjoyed yourself. I even heard you overcame your weaknesses to sunlight. Is that true? It is. I felt so liberated being able to bathe in the sun's light for the first time. Just kidding. I used some sort of dodgy spray that completely blocked the sun's light and warmth. It felt freezing cold even in the middle of summer. Oh my, that doesn't sound like a very safe product. Either way, I used it all up. No more intimidating humans for me. Imitating, sorry. Since all the sordid details of this incident became public, now everyone knows the Kappa owe us. We could always ask them to yeah, they forgot an L. We could always ask them to improve on this spray. I'm fine, I assure you. Even if I could walk around outside during the day, if I did, when would I sleep? But don't you always grumble about how you are bored? Maybe it would be better for you to keep yourself occupied. Hush you! I was just kidding. Not getting enough sleep is bad for your health. Not to mention your mood. Well, the night's still young, and I fully intend to enjoy the festival until the first rays of dawn. Oh my, that's the spirit, my lady. Let the party begin! It's kind of already, happening, Rebellia. But, yeah, so that was Touhou Scarlet Curiosity. Not a bad game, to say the least. You know, it... Let's be honest, I mean, basically, it clearly shows that this was a really, really strict budget game. I mean, you know, enemy variety wasn't that big, level design was not that, overt or grandiose or anything, but, you know, at least it basically captured the feel and the actual flavor of all the characters and stuff that are basically present in Gensokyo. So, at least in that regard, they stayed true to it. You know, it probably would have been, I don't know, it probably would have been more cooler, though, if they did actually maybe do something with the actual items and stuff, you know, like we could actually maybe see them, or basically at least get the impression that basically their abilities are on us or something. Like, as I said, basically the whole high pressurized water thing would have actually been more interesting if, you know, we saw like maybe streams of water basically like around her fingers or something, or maybe every time she did an attack, basically, you know, like you would see water splashing around or some kind of sound effect or something. But, you know, it's a $20 game, so I'm happy that I at least got this much. So, yeah. All in all, a wonderful game. in my opinion. Um, not really much else to say apart from the fact that stay tuned from when I do Sayaka's playthrough. I probably won't do that. I probably won't do that right away. Maybe I'll wait a couple weeks or something, because I still want to finish my Dark Souls 3 boss run and also the Knights of Azure. What do you call it? Like, I just felt like basically, like one day, how to, oh boy, at this point I'm just rambling. But, yeah, so, please, rate, comment, subscribe if you so desire, and, stay tuned for basically, playthroughs of Knights of Azure, and Dark Souls 3, and in the future, basically Sayaka's playthrough in this. But until that time, though, this is Mega Wizard 79 bidding you all a fond adieu.